Hey everyone, Mac is back with another video. Today we're going to talk about the new update. Congratulations. You just won. Did you hear that? I'm not sure I did. Congratulations. I think I heard that again. Did you hear that? Is that my voice echoing? Hold on. Let me try to. Congratulations. Damn, is this mic on? What is happening right now? Congratulations. All right. Looks like I adjusted it. Looks like it might be. Congratulate. What is happening? All right. We'll slow it down a little bit. It's time for the newest update from the Game of Thrones. Winter is coming, and this time they did the Awakening. It's 2.0, and we're gonna dive right into that right now. All right. So the first thing that I want to talk about are the very basic medals that you get to upgrade your commanders. And for example, Simon here has 17 of his 20 medals. So to unlock Simon initially, it takes 10 medals. And then after that, for the next level, it takes 20 total medals to get him to green. As you can see right here, it goes from the gray to the green, which is the common to the uncommon variety. Now, if you want to go from the next level up here, which I have Sonara is the next level is 50. So if you want to go from the uncommon or green to the rare or purple, or blue, it's going to take 50 medals. And you can see I have 15 of that one. Now, if you want to go from that uncommon to, obviously the uncommon to the rare, if you want to go from the rare, let me find another one over here. We'll say Jamie. So you go from the rare to the epic. Then we're talking about the 100 medals to get to that point. So then once you get to that point, you're going to get to, say, Sabrina. It takes another 150 to finally get to the legendary status. Now the Awakening is basically the beyond this status, beyond that 150 medals. So say, for instance, and we're going to start with the example we're going to use is Seg. And actually we'll go to someone else just for the sake of it, because I don't have them upgraded. I upgraded him slightly so far. So we'll go to Garel, and Garel, he has been upgraded, so he is legendary. He has that 150 medals, and these are his max stats, because you have all of his different items in his promotional area here. And he's at max level 60, which is what you want as well. So his health, his attack defense, and his actual total rating, that is as high as it could possibly get until you awaken him. And then once you awaken him, that's when things change. So as you can see, I have that slightly annoying little bubble next to Garel's advancement right here, so I could advance him. Right now I'm advancing someone else, so I can't do that right now. However, if you click on his Awakening, you can see that the first thing from his Awakening, and this is even before I've done anything else, is that I can get these buffs in here, and that these are obtained through the books that you get, through those books of wisdom. Now, those books of wisdom, you can see that everybody has had them returned to you. So you've had a maximum amount in there. So now your question is, how do you want to use them? Where do you want to use them? Well, for Garel, if you do use them for him, you can just hover over these icons here. And it tells you what you're going to gain when you do it. So for this first one right here, it's going to say it's going to take 40 to undo the first one. So the way this order goes, it's stopped from the very top. So treat it like a clock. And this is at 12 o'clock, and 12 o'clock is going to get me 1.5% spearman defense, and then you go to the right as in clockwise, so then you get the 1.5 health, the 1.5 attack, and then you keep going around this wheel, and then eventually you'll get into the middle here and get these three. So you go here, here, and here based on what they are. So, and they'll increase slightly as you do it, so eventually you'll get to, I think, like 55 or 60 in the middle. And that'll be the actual first kind of level to upgrade him. Those are the passive skills that he has. Now, if you want to, after you've upgraded that, if you want to view what those passive skills are, you hit the view button down here, and it'll let you know you can see the hidden abilities right here, and it gives you what the hidden abilities are. So you get the Spearman Defense, Health, Attack, and Iron Production. So of all those 4 abilities right there, that helps you determine whether you want to awaken and use those books on him or not to upgrade him. So if he is a front line or even an attacking back line or second line, he's still worth it when it comes to these upgrades. And then you can also click over here where it has the upgrade effect. So these will unlock once you clear the certain stars, which I will talk about here in a minute. But for now, let's go over to Seg, and I'll continue this. So here we are with Seg, and from what I did so far is I took what you saw with Chris, and I actually upgraded that entire little animation in there, and so far it's given an extra 20% for his Earth Shaker damage increase, and I could also increase his max commander level, which was from 60 to 65. Now previously, this level up here, this 60 to 65, well, actually I can't increase it yet until I do the first star, but once you increase that, you'll be able to see the stats that he has increase as well. So what I did do is I increased him from the level 8 to level 9, and clearly here it says these 5 right here, the level has to increase before I can gain any more. But if you look down here at his stats, his health, his defense, and his attack has increased slightly from the upgrade that I did, and which is very important because having these stats increased for this commander is very good because you can use him in many situations, which I will talk about later. Now we're going to click on the awakening portion of it, and I'm going to do this. I haven't done this yet with this commander, but this is the one that I'm going to upgrade, and I'm just going to show you what's going to happen. So right now, what I need 40 of the tokens is what I previously explained for Seg to upgrade him to the first star. And for me to do that, he has to be of at least green quality to do that. So as you can see, I have him on legendary, so I have him maxed out as it is. But if I had him somewhere down here on one of these, lower one, the gray ones or the common ones, I would not be able to do any of this. He has to be at least in the green, and that's why you can see some of these other commanders over here are in the green, and you can't upgrade them as well. So that's just something to consider as well. So what I'm going to do is, if you go see this button down here which says convert, you click on the convert button, and it tells you how many of these elite general tokens that I have, which they were refunded to us. If you hover over that, it shows I have 1,260 of them, so I only need 40 of them to upgrade the first. Something to consider is that to upgrade him fully, it's going to take 600 of these. So I can upgrade him fully, and I should be able to, if I have enough books, and that's going to be the problem or the issue that you might have later on, is these books are going to, you need more books to upgrade them than the medals, of course, these tokens, of course. So for these tokens, I should be able to upgrade 2 commanders completely if I so choose to do that, with the buffs and everything that Seg gives me, or gives you if you have them on gold or legendary. Then I highly recommend doing this. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to do it right now. So confirm, do that, and it converts it there. So now I enhance him, and then I go back. Well, I go to this stage first where he comes in and does his little thing, and then we start with the advancements. You can see I have a lot of tokens here. My rating goes up because it's a power increase. So I'm going to defense, fortitude, assault. So we're going to do all these, and you can see how much it takes: 75, 75, 80, 80, 80, 85, 85. There you go, 85, and then boom, next level. So now I've made it to this. That was the first star. Now we're going to the second star. So to get to the second star, I need to do 80 of them. Again, we're going down to convert again. We're going to do the same thing I just did. Boom, here we go to this one. All right, he's going to do the little animation. They love doing this. So back to this, and then we're just going to increase. So it takes a lot more as you get to each level. So 90, 95, 100. So pretty much my thought is right now that it's going to take for my second commander to upgrade. If I try to do him completely, I'm not going to be able to get there because it really takes a lot of these books to do that. And I'll show you how to get those later. So we made it to that far. We're at 160. Let's convert to the next one. confirm that. Here we go. So now we're going, well, I keep forgetting this, another 50,000 on that. So now they're at 110 for the very base, which is 1.2% defense. So hopefully that we'll have enough to be able to upgrade, continue to do so, and then attack, attack. There we go, boom. Now we have the, now we're going to try to get to the 4th star. And the reason, the 3rd star actually is the one that I just increased. So if I go to the increase over here, actually no, if I go to specialization, the previous amount that I could get was 15%. You can see right there is 15% for total defense, and here's 15% for total attack. Once I increase to that 3rd star, and you have them on legendary or in gold, they'll get 24%. They get 1.6 times that, and also the camp training speed as well. So then for you to train your soldiers faster, then you're going to get 32% instead of the 20% of what it has, which is 1.6 times these two. And you can see this damage deals damage equivalent. The base of that, or when you get to legendary, is 200%. Up right now, it's at 260%. And also, once I get him to fully awakened, which I'm hoping to do here in a minute, is that instead of him bringing 11,000 troops into battle, and when you use him as one of your commanders, it'll be 21,000. So it will be an extra 10,000 troops. And if you do that to all 5 of your commanders, then you're going to get an extra 50,000 troops that you can take into battle, which is absolutely enormous. So it would be a massive buff for anyone that's trying to be a 0 castle, or that just wants extra troops for fighting. So the base, basically the base has of troops has gone up, and you'll see Wales probably out there with about a 2 million troop solo. So it'll be there'll be a lot of death going on basically. So back to the awakening, I'll go back to convert again. Again, I'm going to do 320 this time, and now we're going to enhance that, and then here we go, boom, 60,000. There we are. Oh, and that's it. See, we're at the max level, so you don't even have to advance. There's no other. I guess you add that. What I had was the books. See, I didn't even realize that. The books that brought it up there, and then once you get to that final level, then you just have to increase it. So that's basically it. So now something to consider is what you see here is, oh well, actually, see, I haven't done this yet either. So you can see I'm at level 60, and I want to increase that. And you can see down below here, these stats have just gone up. If you can rewind this and look at that, but those stats have just went up. So it's going to go the whole way up to 80, which is the max amount that you can go up. Right there, boom, 80. And then I don't have obviously this last item here, so we would just combine these, whatever is there, or equip them, I should say, things that I have. And then if you want this one, whatever it may be, you click on it, you click combine. You can see that these two I have, because that's what that little things right there means. And so you go over here, and if I want to try to upgrade this, I press combine here. I'm sorry, I press this thing here, and then I can try to blitz it to try to get more. And you see I blitzed 7 and I got nothing out of it. So just something you can try to do in that respect. But as you can see, his stats have gone way up. He was at like about 52 or 53,000 health. Now he's at 67. His defense was, I want to say, like 8 or 9,000, and now it's at 11,000. And his attack was around like 4,000 some. So he has gone up substantially. So my recommendation is when you do this initial awakening, is that if you have Sagat Gold, he is the very first one that you want to upgrade. There are others. Annie is actually the very first one if you have the epic tokens, and I'll explain that in a minute. But if you, for a moderate person pay player who has upgraded him to gold, this is the first one you want. And the reason you want it, basically, the biggest portion of it is you get the 24% and the 24% attack defense along with the camp training speed. And something also with Seg is that if his passive skills, or they call them the hidden ability effect, which same thing, it's a passive skill. Once he is maxed out, you're getting 19.3% total defense. You're getting the health, you're getting the attack, and you're getting the training speed. So these are also added on to, obviously, when you send him into battle, which are passive skills anyway, so they'll be active. So that these are really good skills to have. And his other skills you can see here is he gains a 13% boost in total attack, total defense, and health across the board during the first 10 seconds of the battle. And for those of you that don't know, the battle will last 44 seconds. So you're talking about anywhere from 20 to 25%, right around there. 13, where you're getting a 13% boost in those stats. Now I want to, and there, the second one here is the enhanced specializations. There you can see where it says about the 1.6 times the original value that I talked about. The next thing I want to show you is in the friendship. So here we are in the friendship, or in the tavern, and as you can see, these stars have increased. So basically what happened was when I got him to the second star, his combat rate star went up 1 and his leadership star went up 1. Now, what does that mean? And basically what that means is that any time that you increase him from here, he will actually gain 6 combat rate, and his leadership will gain 5 stars. And also it will retroactively gain those combat rate and leadership points from the previous 55 levels that I've had him to. So that is just a ridiculously huge boost that you're going to get from Seg 2. So that's another reason why I recommend getting him as high as you can. The second level at the very minimum, the 2-star minimum, is what you want, and he takes books as well. So if you save up your books, if you have books, use them there. I have him at 56. I've been told the max level here is 60. Obviously it's going to take a while from the 56 because it's 3,000 to get to the just to the next level. So but yes, definitely do that, because this is going to help you in battle for sure. So say you don't have enough of the tokens to awaken the commander. How do you get more of those tokens to increase their level? So there are different types of tokens. The very basic token is the elite. The second level is the epic, and then the final one is the legendary one. So the main one you're going to be using is the elite for now. There are some epic ones that I'll show you here in a second. To get more of those, if you have Chris on legendary, which the majority of people do, you press the source button down here and it'll come up with your blitzing. So I can blitz him to get more if I want. Since I don't have any right here, I can just press the check and you use your weirwood hearts for that, so I can get 120 of those to upgrade him. So once I do that, I press on it and it'll give me, actually I'll just show you, I'll just use one of these, and I click on it, and down here you can see I'd actually just got one, or got enough of them. So for every 8 of those medals, or 8 of those that I got medals I got from here that you would upgrade them with, 8 of those converts into 1 of those tokens that you need. So then I convert it into an elite general token, and you can use this elite general token not just for Chris only, you can use them for other elite commanders as well. And Seg was an elite commander, so he'd be one that you could use it for. You can see Sheila here, you can use it for her as well. And as I scroll down here a little bit, Soren and Gorel, same thing, you could use the elite ones, and then Rob as well. Now you get down here to these 3 right here, so Theon, Annie, and Andrea all take the epic tokens. So if I click on Theon and I look over at him, I can see the source defined. It's not going to have the source here to get it, because you can't get his, well, actually I don't have him to gold yet anyway, so for the 150. That doesn't mean I can't upgrade him from the Awakening though either. So if I go to here to convert, because this is where I'm going to have to do it. So I can do, these are the books that we talked about, so this is how you can just hover over these, tell you what you're going to get, a bowman. You're going to get total attack actually in the third one, which is pretty good. Then you get a bowman again, another total attack. So you're going to get some good, there's actually some decent stuff in here for Theon. But if you go to convert, it shows you here, right here, where the epic tokens are, the epic general tokens. So I have 32 of them, which is not a whole lot. But at the same time, I need 40 of him. You can, well, it doesn't show it there, but I need 40 of him to unlock that first star. or to upgrade to that first star. So for those first ones, that's what you're gonna need, and they're difficult to get. They're more difficult to get. So you get them in the VIP shop. There are 5,700 blue diamonds per one medal, which is very expensive, but you might have to do that once you get to this point, or not my point, but get to a point where you wanna start upgrading. And you can do that. So if I say I could get 8, if I bought 8 more of these, I could start to upgrade Theon if I wanted to. Like I said, that second star is kind of where you want to get to if you're trying to do that, if you don't have them all in legendary status. Now for Annie, it's kind of it's like I said, it's the same thing, but they would be the same thing with her to upgrade. You can see I have 10 of her already, so with the 30, I could actually get her to that first level, that first star, if I wanted to. If you do have enough to upgrade her to epic, to 3 stars, that's the first one that I would use my books of wisdom on instead of Seg. If you're a medium spender, you possibly might have that, but it's more for those other spenders that might that are going to have it even more. So and Theon has the quite the special ability. I'm just going to show you that now here. It says during a city battle, every time 3 million allied troops are in battle, the total attack goes to 10%. So that's basically, if you have it'd be good for actually even for a trap castle. If you had a trap castle that had, 15 million troops in it, then you're talking, 50% total attack is going to be added on if you get attacked just by defending. So, so for the whales out there, this is a game changer for them, because a 50% total attack across the board on all their troops is pretty ridiculous. So that's just something to consider if you want to upgrade Theon to his max level. Annie is better because she does the total attack and has just has a lot better skills. She has a total attack and the total defense plus the spear entry. So she does, she's going to get up to 30% plus the 1.6 times. So she'll be up to 48% plus this will be 24 total defense and total attack. So she's really, really good when it comes to that, and plus her special ability as well, because when casting an active army skill, directly wipes out 3% of the target's currently deployed troops, but that value cannot exceed 3% of the Annie's currently deployed troops. So whatever spear that she is buffing, so if you go for a pure spear build, then that would be something you could do. And you can see their hidden abilities are total defense, health, and attack, and those add up as well. And so she's very, very strong in battle once you get her maxed out. And I actually saw recently where her health, I think her health was around like 40-some thousand, and her attack was up to I want to say like, I want to say 50 or 60. I could be wrong on that, but once they have her maxed out, she's really good. And that's one of the reasons why I said upgrade Seg, because once you upgrade his special abilities here in the training grounds, it's going to be a must, I think, until because he's just going to be the biggest tank in there. Put your best commander behind him to protect him, and you're going to win. You're going to be in the battle almost every time. So I guess now the question might be, where do I get these books of wisdom? So say right now I have 3,356 of them, and once I run out, how do I get them? So there are several ways to get them. So this little plus sign here, if you click on that, you can get through rebel camps. So you kill the rebel camp, and it has to be a level 4 or level 5 if you're going to get those to get the chests from those camps. And then once you go to the merchant shop and once you sell them off, then you'll get a certain amount of those books of wisdom. That's one way to do it. Another way is you can purchase you can diamond purchase them, and I'll do that here in a second. The VIP shop has them as well. So daily you can get about 30 of them, I believe, through at a discount at the VIP shop, and then some events have them, of course, as well. Now for the diamond purchase, you can just press the buy button here, and they're 250 blue diamonds for just one book. So relatively expensive if you want to do that, but you can get it. You can max it out as much as you want. I guess the max maybe is 500. So maybe you can get 500 daily. I haven't tried this yet, but that's 125,000 diamonds, so I'm not going to do that. That's very expensive. I could put that 125,000 diamonds to something else. But so those are the ways that you can be able to obtain more of the books of wisdom. Something else I wanted to note is the upgrade to. You can see at the max level here of 80 for Seg, and that starts out at 60. So if I just click on Hector, so before you had to get your actual Lord to 60. Level 60 before you could upgrade your actual commanders to level 60. Well, that doesn't matter anymore. So once you get your commanders to level 60, to get them to level 80, you can do it incrementally. So for instance, if you have let me see here. Let me just. I guess I could just go to Chris. So he's at level 60 right now. So once I get him to that first star, then he can go to level 65, and then the second star, then he would go to 70, and then the third star he would go to 75, and then the fourth star he would go to 80. So that's how it works. So every time you get a star, you get an extra 5 levels that you can upgrade him to, which are very nice because they'll help him down here in those stats again, of what you can do. Again, it'll help you in the training grounds, it'll help you in the Weirwood, it'll help you against rebel leaders. These stats are they're buffing these commanders to the point that they're going to be major difference makers when it comes to all aspects of the game, which is a nice little touch. So basically, what does this mean? What is the strategy? What do we want to do? What are you doing? What are you doing in the game? How far along are you? What are your thoughts on this? What are my thoughts on this? Okay, well, my recommendation, and this is you can do this. You can pick out whatever you want to do. I'm just going to tell you what I suggest doing, and I think that Seg is probably still the most important one to upgrade, especially for most. I think I want to say the majority of players. That Seg is going to be the one you're going to upgrade, because when you awaken him, I mean, his skills. When he takes that 13%, totals into battle, and he increases his specialization, his passive skills to 1.6, that friendship that goes up, and then you get his Earthshaker, which goes to 60%, and then of course it's decreases by 5 seconds, and then he's max commander level of 20. I mean, he's doing, and his hidden abilities here are great too, total defense, health, and attack. So he's really just buffing everything. And then once you can get this, once you can start to upgrade this from 9 to 10, that was something else I didn't mention completely, is that it starts at 8. I have him at 9 now, but the 10 is the max you can get him to. So once you get him to 10, so I would need one more item to get to 10, and then there will be another set of 6 items that he can get upgrade even more. So, and it'll take, I believe, once this upgrade goes, it'll take another 5 days, I believe, of speed ups, or just 5 days total to be able to get into that next level. So just something else to remember. So it's going to take a little bit of time for some of these to upgrade, but that is Seg is definitely the one that I would look at first. If you're not sold on that, if you're not worried about too much of the attack kind of thing, and you're looking for get stats elsewhere, then another option would be to just upgrade all your commanders to that second star, and that second star is going to give you that let me go, where is it, awakening here, yeah, where his upgrade effect is. The second star is going to give you the friendship increased by 1 star. So every single attribute in the friendship is going to give you increased by 1 star. So like for instance in Seg, what I showed you earlier, he got the combat rate to from 5 to 6, and his leadership from 4 to 5. So that's going to be a really, really big increase for him, and that's something that you're going to want to do as well. Eventually you're going to want to do it. So basically, I think what I'm going to do now, since I have Seg upgraded, is I might go to each one of these other commanders and just get them to that second star, especially if they have good combat rate or leadership skills in the tavern. And then if they have that, then I know that I'm going to be able to increase my abilities as well. So I'll be able to work things out, and just be a better suit for combat overall. Another aspect, or another way that you can go about this, and it depends on your level and how you are, but like these are the epic commanders, so they take the epic tokens. And one thing that I didn't show you because I don't have any of them gold right now, but when they are gold, instead of taking 8 tokens, they only take 3 tokens or 3 metals to make. I'm sorry, 3 metals to make into one token. Not that you're going to do that. You're going to probably buy them from the VIP shop. They're very expensive. They're 5,700 blue diamonds to get 1 medal, and you can get 5 per day through that aspect of it. Now that's obviously very expensive, but you can also get them through certain events as well. But my recommendation would be to spend those blue diamonds, save them up just specifically for those medals. If you have any one of these 3 in gold, and then boost them up and upgrade them that way as well. And you can also use, like I have these books in here. I'm not going to use them yet because I think they have some. He has some good abilities, but I might want to maybe save them up and use them for some of my other elite commanders that I want to do as well. And I'll probably have some left over because since these are like basically level 1 books, they are the you can actually hover them over here. It's the green ones, so they're the tier 1 books. So you can get those fairly easily when you do the like I said, rebel camps, and you could buy them from the VIP shop. And then the very last recommendation, this is more for either your farms or people who are not big on fighting. They don't really fight a whole lot. They enjoy the events in the game, and they don't really worry about the rest of this stuff. I mean, these are all for fighting commanders. This is the ones that you want. But if I scroll back up here and I'm going to go to specifically Soren. He is a commander that's going to produce. So you get these production, 1.5% there. His defense, his stone again. So he has these kind of production that you're looking for. So if I go to view here, once you get him to 4 stars, he'll give you 100% extra resources from gathering. So the best example I can tell you is you get on a level 5 mint, and it's about almost 1.5 million gold, and now you're getting 3 million gold just by you have to send him in that you have to send the commander, which you've been taught for so long never send your commanders along with your gathering sites. But in this instance, that's where you send Soren. You send him out. You make sure he's not your lord, because they don't want that to happen, because then you get attacked and lose him. But in that respect, you want to obtain, there's 100% resources, and that's really, really good when it comes to that. And then if you do upgrade him, you get that, you get the 1.6% passive skill increase. And if you do that, he actually does gold production of 1.6% on top of that, plus the research speed, which he's already at 25% now. So you get another 1.6 times that. The construction bonus you don't care about. So those are 2 good things for a farm to have, and that's why I recommend that. And as I just said that today they had opened, I believe it was today or yesterday, they opened or unlocked Sheila's awakening. They awakened Sheila, I should say. So again, you can get her up. She can do the I say grain production, but that's for your farm. That's why I'm saying your farm is what you want for that respect. And these other two really don't matter too much. But then you go back in here, and she gets fortification, bowman. She'll get some grain. So again, this is the kind of thing you're going to want to do for her. For your farms. And you can also see the upkeep consumption rate was reduced by 50%. So that's another good one for your farm as well, because if you can get her to that consumption rate down, that's basically targeting your grain, and your grain obviously is consumed by troops. That means you could actually have more troops in your castle if you wanted to, and then maybe come a point where you might be able to, even as your main castle, actually have grain in the castle from there might be a multiple upkeep consumption rate reduced. So this is by 50%. So if you have 14 million and an alley down to 7 million, which is highly likely if you have a pretty massive amount of troops in your castle, that's something that could happen. The very last one is Raymond, and I don't even think, I was gonna say down here, I don't even have him he's only in green on what I have, but you get some gold, some training, some research, gold treasure. This is another one. He's a paid commander, so if you upgrade him, you're doing well also with in all these aspects as well. You can get a decent amount of things is what it's worth anyway. And then his once you get him to 4 stars, and you get a total defense at training speed, and then you get the 15% research speed as well. So that's also very, very good. His hidden abilities is gold production, training speed, and then research speed. So again, this is more for that farm that you're trying to do as well. And if you go to a specialization, his research speed, it would be at 25%, so that would be increased. His gold production would be 50%, that would be increased again. And then 20% for that camp training speed, which for a farm you wouldn't really care about that, more the gold, but still 2 out of 3 is really, really good. So these are what I would highly recommend for those farms. So there's different ways to go about this. There's one thing that I do want to note is that there will be more of these being awakened eventually. I think there'll be all of them. It will be. It's going to take time because they don't want to overload us with different things, and plus they want us to, of course, waste our books of wisdom and our tokens on these other commanders. So if you have patience or you have a lot of money, you can possibly do a lot of different things. But so I would recommend figuring out what is best for you and kind of going from there. The reason that I upgraded Seg initially, one of the reasons is because I want to get that extra troop, those extra troops as well. Because once you get him high enough, you'll get him to those extra troops, and that's kind of that's pretty big. Now I'm at 80 right now, so that kind of makes gives you those extra troops, and then of course the buffs as well. So that's basically all for the for the awakening system that they did. There's a lot more going on with the update, and I'll have a future video here with some different other different things as well. So until next time, Mac out.